Devin, your thoughts? Your thoughts, Devin?
What do you want me to say? He beat him easy.
Upset of a lifetime?
Nah, it wasn't an upset. The people that really know boxing knew that it was a good fight.
Yeah.
It depended on what kind of fight that Bud fought. He fought the fight that he needed to fight to win. Is that how you expect it to go?
You want to see a rematch, Devin, or you think it was pretty clean?
Honestly, I know it's a lot of money in the rematch, but I want Bud to retire. He accomplished everything in boxing already. He made a lot of money. He should go spend time with his family and have some fun.
What's next?
Bud fight. Amazing stuff by Bud, right?
Yep.
How'd you see it?
I seen how they judged it. It was a good fight.
Yeah, what are your, emotions, impressions of everything?
Hell of a jump, man. I'm happy for him. Super excited for him, man.
Yeah.
Shit was a hell of a night for us. What's up, bro? Yes, sir.
What do you think made the difference?
The speed, really.
Yeah.
I think it was the main factor. Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
I told you. What did you just watch? I only speak the facts. I told you. What did you just watch? I only speak the facts.
Thank you, GOAT, because you are the GOAT of this era. Terence Bud Crawford.
Tia, what'd you think, man?
What I think, I was right. I think I called it right, but I just said that he will edge it.
Yeah.
Nah, but he really showed out.
Yeah.
I was right though.
You said that Canelo's feet were very heavy, bro. In this fight, they look super heavy, bro. His feet, like I've never seen them like that, bro.
You just start seeing a fighter gradually start decreasing.
Yeah.
You see the other one resting long period of time, but that didn't give him an issue.
Bro, the word the fans are gonna use, oh, he was washed, but where's he at in terms of his prime? How can you gauge it?
Doesn't matter. We saw a great fight tonight. Did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was pretty. Yeah, it was really good actually.
Yeah.
So it's up to the Jam. He's a Jam. He can do whatever he wants.
Champ, what do you make of the frustration? We saw in the 8th round, it looked like Canelo Alvarez almost wanted to walk off at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he was frustrated, and it is frustrating to try and fight a guy, and you want to fight, but this guy's moving well, and Crawford was moving too well.
What's next for Canelo?
Holiday.
Shab, you called it. You said Bud was gonna pull it off, man. He did that.
I told you, easy work. He almost got the 11-round stoppage.
Yeah.
I told y'all he is the monster.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Canelo's a good fighter, man.
Yeah.
But he made the fight look normal, guys.
Yeah.
He made it look normal. Canelo left out of face with the cherry red face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Bud didn't have a mark on him.
Comparable to Floyd's, that was impressive on its own. I've different fighted different performances, but it's up there.
There's nobody that's ever done what Bud just done to Canelo. Alvarez. Come on, man.
He stepped a little more to Canelo than Floyd, right?
Nobody's ever hit Canelo like that before, ever.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Where's Canelo at, man? That was a tough loss, I would imagine.
Canelo's still great, man. Listen, man, he got to just go back to the drawing board, put it all back together, and just take another shot.
All right, Steven, what's your reaction to the victory? Terence Crawford was sensational. What's your reaction?
not surprised. I'm picking the win by decision coming in this fight. Watching Canelo, seeing his career, expected he wasn't going to get knocked out, especially by the smaller man. But did Crawford have enough power and boxing skill to keep Canelo off of him to some degree? For the most part, that answer was yes. But then he stepped in there and he exchanged back and forth on several occasions and survived and prospered. And I got to give credit where credit is due. I picked him to win by decision, but I never expected. I expected the boxing superiority. What I didn't expect was for him to stand there and exchange and survive. And he did that on several occasions, and that's why Crawford deserves.
I feel great to share the ring with great fighters like him, and I'm glad to be here. I already did a lot in boxing. I already accomplished a lot in boxing. My legacy is already there, and I am still taking risks because I love boxing.
With the Canelo versus Crawford super fight now behind us, we can look back at what UFC experts had predicted beforehand. From detailed technical breakdowns to bold gut calls, big names shared their takes, each confident in how they thought the fight would unfold. Michael Bisping focused heavily on the weight jump. He acknowledged Crawford's undeniable skills, but believed moving up 2 full divisions could be a major challenge. In Bisping's view, Canelo's natural size and strength would start to matter more as the fight went into the later rounds.
Much more experience, of course. His resume is stacked, and he's fought some of the best from 154 all the way up to 175. People like Triple G, 3 times, Amir Khan, Floyd Mayweather, Daniel Jacobs, Miguel Cotto, to name but a few. But his home has always been at 168 pounds. Canelo is unbeaten at super middleweight and only losing twice in his whole career, versus Dimitri Bivol at light heavyweight in 2022 and Floyd Mayweather years ago, 2013, at 154 pounds. Funnily enough, 154 pounds is the highest weight that Crawford has come.
Bisping pointed out that Crawford's speed and footwork could help him keep Canelo at a distance. But in order to actually win, Crawford would need more than movement alone. At some point, he'd have to hold his ground, and that, Bisping argued, was where Canelo's power and durability would take over.
Use that jab, the double jab, comes in with the right hand, okay? Massive punching power, beautiful body work as well. In this fight, Crawford is going to have to use the footwork, he's going to have to dance around, let Canelo Alvarez come to him. And that's what he does, that's his style. He's got beautiful footwork. He's going to wait for Canelo to chase him down, and he's going to look for Canelo to make mistakes. He's going to look for Canelo to overexpose, to get frustrated, to wing in some wild shots. And when he throws, and he gets a little reckless, leaves the opening, that's where Crawford's going to step in. But that's a hard thing to do for 12 rounds, to dance around, to stay away, to be on your bike, to circle, to fight with a ridiculous high IQ.
For Bisping, the issue wasn't Crawford's talent, but whether his body could handle the relentless pressure of a bigger opponent. He recalled many examples in boxing history where the naturally larger fighter eventually seized control, and that logic guided his prediction for this matchup.
Up and dancing around all the time. Now, when we look at some of the takes from the fans online, here's what they had to say on Reddit. Crawford jumping from 154 to 168 is too big of a leap against a proven super middleweight. This is Canelo's home weight class, and that's a great point. Canelo is established at 168. He's beaten men moving up before. Remember, Amir Khan at 155 at catchweight, Jermel Charlo at 154, moving to 168, and he owns wins as high as 175 over Sergey Kovalev, and he lost to Bivol, of course, for the undisputed. Canelo's size, years at 168, and a deeper resume make him the clear favourite.
While Bisping emphasized size and strength, Demetrius Johnson focused more on technique. He praised Crawford's footwork, calling it special, precisely the kind that allows a fighter to control distance while conserving energy. Johnson explained how Crawford constantly shifted, never giving opponents a clean target to hit.
That guy's face. He does a good job of always sneaking himself to that right, to the outside of the...
Johnson explained that Crawford's favorite move was stepping outside his opponent's lead. He said this simple adjustment opened up major opportunities, especially for a southpaw like Crawford. If Crawford could consistently do that against Canelo, Johnson believed he'd keep turning him, making it difficult for Canelo to plant his feet and throw with full power.
Look at that footing right there. See that? See, this is why he's probably one of the best in the world, right? These are small, subtle things, right? Okay, watch. Okay, his footing's on the outside, right? But when you're playing this game, you got to draw him in, and then you also got to draw yourself in there to think that he's safe to be able to counter him, right? Okay, watch the footing right here. Watch this foot battle, okay? Crawford's on the outside. Okay, he pulls out. He's still on the outside. Now look what he does. A big step. Now, his power is lined up. He's going to win the exchange.
Johnson also emphasized how Crawford used those angles to land his left hand with real precision. Crawford didn't just throw recklessly. He set traps, baited opponents into reaching, and then countered sharply. Against a pressure fighter like Canelo, Johnson thought this approach could shift the momentum of the fight.
Just gonna close it out right here, boys. Boy. Yeah. Damn. So one thing we can expect every single time, each time he hurts the person, he'll come out and it's like the maybe 30 seconds left in the round, he's going to close out the show. He's going to try to close out the show. So if he's able to hurt Canelo Alvarez, he's going to try to close out the show.
He added that if Crawford managed to hurt Canelo, he'd likely go all in to finish the job. Still, Johnson admitted Canelo had the bigger name and superstar appeal, which meant casual fans would naturally side with him. But when it came purely to skill, Johnson leaned toward Crawford. He praised Crawford's unbeaten record and his ability to close fights and said he was eager to see whether pure technique could outweigh size.
I've seen Terence Crawford fight here and there, but I feel like he hasn't... this is coming from me where I don't follow boxing that much, but I feel like this man... I feel like people know Canelo more than Terence, right? If I go out there and I talk to random people on the street, they're like, oh yeah, I know Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican guy who always fights on Cinco de Mayo, which is a very, very big, popular day for boxers to fight. But man, this guy right here, whew, I cannot wait. 40 and...
After Johnson's technical breakdown, Oscar de la Hoya offered a more balanced perspective. He said the energy around the fight was unreal, but the challenges for Crawford were obvious. Moving up 2 weight classes after a layoff gave Canelo a serious advantage, in his eyes. De La Hoya pointed out that Canelo could easily rehydrate to nearly 190 pounds by fight night. That size, combined with his pressure, made the middle rounds particularly dangerous. He highlighted rounds 7 through 10 as the window where Canelo's power could break through and produce a knockout.
Here in Vegas, the electricity is in the air. So, look, even though these guys are, combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ear.
At the same time, De La Hoya admitted Crawford had the tools to flip the script. He compared it to Mayweather versus Canelo, saying that if Crawford boxed smart, used his footwork, and leaned on his ring IQ, he could make Canelo look flat-footed and frustrated. De La Hoya reminded fans that the fighters who gave Canelo the most trouble in the past, like Lara and Bivol, were slick movers. In his eyes, Canelo struggled with pure boxers because of his heavy feet. That's why he believed Crawford's discipline could be the deciding factor.
Might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches. But he cannot be comfortable inside the ring, because if Canelo's comfortable, 12 rounds will go by fast. I mean, you take a look at the fighters that have made Canelo look bad. You have Bivol, you have Lara, you have the Cuban kid. I'm not sure what his name is, but he ran all night. You have Mayweather, who made him look silly. Canelo cannot handle boxers. That's the bottom line, because he's too heavy.
In the end, De La Hoya laid out 2 clear scenarios. If the fight went to the judges, he leaned toward Crawford edging out a close decision. But if Crawford stood and traded, he saw Canelo scoring a late knockout, likely between the 7th and 10th rounds.
But Crawford, his downfall can be his heart. His downfall can be, his abilities to stand in there with you and trade punches. Because if you get caught by Canelo's punch, you're going down. You're going to get knocked out. So this fight, I have it a close decision for Crawford if it goes to decision, and late knockout.
After De La Hoya's split perspective, Keith Thurman stepped in with a different tone. He said people doubting Crawford because of the weight jump was understandable. But for him, the real question was preparation. Thurman believed the outcome hinged on strategy, discipline, and whether Crawford's skill set could truly rise to the challenge.
You know, the reason why I said that is because, you know, it's so easy to doubt. It's so easy to say, this is impossible. Thurman can't beat that guy. Crawford can't beat that guy. You know, it's easy. It's the first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds. But for me, it's about the preparation. It's about the game plan. It's about the strategy. And of course,
Thurman also highlighted the risk Crawford was taking. Moving up 2 divisions wasn't just about money, he argued. It was about legacy. In his view, Crawford wanted to test himself against the toughest opponent possible, even if it meant putting everything on the line.
Overall skill set. But to say that Crawford does not possess a skill set that may be capable, you got to keep a little bit of an open mind, people. You know, we've never seen this. You know, he's moving up really fast, lots of weight classes. He's jumping double weight classes to make this fight happen. You know, there's a lot of money on the table. It's so easy to say, oh, he's doing it for the money. He might be. But wait, what if he's doing it for legacy?
He compared it to when Mayweather fought Canelo, pointing out that Floyd insisted on a catchweight to tilt the balance. Crawford, Thurman stressed, didn't ask for any such advantages. Instead, he stepped straight into Canelo's world, and that, to Thurman, showed a mentality worthy of respect.